Hello everybody and welcome to Fire Force Season 2, Episode 2 Anime Review. This episode was, again, pretty damn cool, pretty awesome, pretty insane when you think about what the hell was happening with Shinra. What's happening with Iris too? Was that her? Was that not her? What the hell's going on? Arthur's backstory is actually kind of tragic when you think about it. Yeah, it was a good episode. Don't know how I feel about them introducing a load more characters, you know. I say a load. They keep introducing characters. I don't think they need to be doing that. They need to be focusing on the ones they got. But hey, the damn fighting was cool. And that's a very broad summary of the episode. But hey, I enjoyed it. I'm almost reluctant to admit that I'm actually enjoying Fire Force Season 2 quite a lot. Because Season 1 was not the biggest fan of. I made that quite clear. But so far, I know we're only 2 episodes in. It's very early. I'm actually quite enjoying Season 2. I think it's been pretty good, actually. Don't know if that's just me, but I think it's been a lot better, personally. Anyway, let's jump into the episode, see how everything went down and everything. Let's do this thing. So our captain calls Shinra in to talk about the nudes. No, we're not going to focus on the nudes. Instead, he gets to go talk to the 4th captain, whose name is Haag. Yeah, we'll get to him later. But yeah, 4th, Shinra's familiar with them. They're the ones that ran the academy that he was at before this, his Fire Force Academy. So he knows some stuff. Shinra goes there, and I guess his ex-classmate or whatever is part of the 4th now. He's an asshole. Shinra like twists him around and wrecks him basically, and picks fights basically with everyone. The instructor has a whistle, and that's how he communicates. Yeah, more quirky characters, fine, there's a lot of them. Then they go on their way to meet Captain Haag. I'm not going to stay on that. We meet one nice guy, his name is Ogun. He's pretty cool, he's like one of the few people that talk to Shinra, along with Arthur, as we already know. So Shinra then goes to, go talk to the captain with that redhead girl's there, like is she a sister as well, I guess? You know who I mean, she was briefly at the end of the last season. But no, yeah, they warn him that Captain Haag changed after the scars, but we still respect him greatly. Shinra heads in alone, and how is that man still in charge, is all I'm going to say. Like, I get he's been through some stuff, but he doesn't seem fit to do any work, let alone managing, one of the most important organizations in the country. I think that's a bit insane. But, Captain Haag, he wants Shinra to burn him. He's on about, he had a dollar link too, I guess. And basically says he wants to be burned. He thinks it's all not angelic. Divine is the word I'm looking for, and everything. He's sort of scary, to be honest. But yeah, then Shinra, after he asks him to burn him, Haag this is, Shinra hears a mysterious voice, basically, like in Star Wars, where Emperor Palpatine's like, do it! That's basically it, but it's not an old man, it's like a vaguely attractive young woman who's like, do it. Do it, Shinra. And yeah, so basically this whole thing is saying, give in to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to anger. No, I said that wrong. We're going to move on past that. Basically, Shinra turned to the dark side of the Force, is basically what he's saying, to continue this Star Wars analogy. Shinra originally thinks it's Sister Iris, but then he's like, no, wait, no, it's not. So I'm confused. Is it her? Or is it not her? Or is it a dark version of her? Is it like a subconscious thing? I have no idea. I don't want to know. The anime will tell me in due time, I'm sure. But yeah, it was an Adola link somehow. More on that in a minute. Haag got his scars from the own link. I guess that's when Burns lost his eye. Haag got the scars at the same time. He's a bit unstable, as I said. And then, out of seemingly nowhere, the 3 dogs show up. One of them takes the head off, and it's Karin, who is the dickhead that Shinra wrecked earlier. And he is like, I'm going to kill you, Shinra. And then Shinra hears the voice of Evil Iris again, who's not wearing any clothes, by the way. That's very important. But yeah, basically saying, do it, kill him. And then Shinra does. He launches at him, would have took his head clean off, but Captain Haag blocked him. And that was the only thing saving poor Karin's life. he would have died. And so just to further accentuate the point, Shinra has red eyes now. That's how you know he's evil. Harg restrains the other three, and he's about to fight Shinra mano a mano. We then go to Haumea and the White Clad. Turns out she set this whole thing up. The first pillar, Adola linked with Shinra in order to take over his body, basically. And there's lots of hatred going on there. So I don't know how she sorted that out, but that's what she did. So also talking about pillars, more on that later at the very end, because they mention it again. Which also goes into my thinking about the, I said last week, the opening. It's like, they're like fiery, the people in the fire, they're probably something. And yeah, it looks like they're the pillars now, is what it definitely seems to. She's the first pillar, by the way, this blonde, not Iris, but it might be her. I have no idea, as I say. Then we get Harg versus Shinra for a bit. Harg is a bit of a masochist and enjoys the pain he is receiving from Shinra, so Shinra is sort of wrecking him, basically. Then Ogun and Arthur show up to help out. Shinra is still doing a decent job of facing off against all 4 of them, technically, on his own, which, you know, Shinra's actually pretty good. And then, when they're strategizing, Arthur gets into his head that this is like a medieval fantasy party setting. He's got like the DPS, you got your tank. He gives them all fancy names, as you do. But because he's gone into this illusion of his, that means he powers up. Makes sense, right? Makes sense to me. And then Arthur is stronger, tries to talk to Shinra, does getting to snap out of it. And then after that, we briefly get some Arthur backstory. So basically, his parents owned a restaurant, which I guess burnt down, so they had no money left, basically. And then the Arthur had to like make believe, because they were so poor. He like made believe that they were like royalty, and they were the small sardine he was eating was actually like a full feast. And then like it's not though. And then his parents ran away and abandoned him, and left him a note saying, "You're the king of the castle now." But really, they just abandoned him and said that so he wouldn't follow them, I guess. Which is... wasn't expecting that, gonna be honest. His you know, his whole Night King thing, and now it's like, oh, now it's really sad. Why have you done this? It's still cool, though. Yeah, didn't expect that kind of backstory from Arthur, to be completely honest, but it kind of worked for me. I thought it was quite good. It was the right kind of surprise. And then there's more fighting and he's more Arthur fighting Shinra, trying to snap him out of it, talking to him, you know, about his mum and all that. And he says, well, he has a good line, I wrote it down now. It's basically like, don't live for revenge to kill someone, live to protect people. That's something that, you know, knights and heroes and Fire Force soldiers, we all have that in common, so you should be doing that instead. And then Shinra is getting a bit mad. He gets mad when he mentions Sho as well. Shinra, of course, then gets asked, what are you? You know, you a devil or you're a hero? And Shinra, in his wisdom, we'll call it, he kicks himself in the head really hard, basically. Probably caused at least a concussion, probably broke a nose or two. That's what we'll go with. And yeah, then he's like, I'm a damn hero, you know. It's like, yes, Shinra, you're a good guy still. And then Evil Iris is just like, you kicked me out. That's not very nice. I'm not going to tell you anything now. And it's like, yeah, Shinra's like, tell me everything. And she's like, well, no, you rejected me. I'm not going to tell you anything. And it's like, yeah, why would she? But then she proceeds to tell him stuff, which kind of undermines the whole point of not telling him things. Unless it's a trap, of course. Basically tells him, hey, there's one more pillar about to be born, and also lists the pillars that I guess are already there. There's like her, Haumea, Sho, and Shinra. And then like, and there's going to be one more going to be born soon. So I wonder who will get to them first. So I guess they're going to go find the next pillar in the next episode. Presuming it's going to be the scary pink-haired girl from the opening. Like, I'm willing to make that bet because she's a prominent part of the opening and yet she's a new character. So we'll make that bet. It's pretty exciting. That's why the episode ended. I went through it quite quick, but it was a good episode. But it was pretty damn action-packed, you know. Shinra, hopefully he doesn't constantly get, you know, taken over, because, you know, find some countermeasure for that pretty quick would be helpful. Curious to know what's going on with the Evil Iris. Will Shinra like be like, so you didn't like hack into my body or anything, did you, the other day? Because like I feel like he needs to ask her, You don't have a sister or something, do you? Like a twin? Because I have no idea. I do wonder how they're going to explain it. Probably just completely unrelated, just happen to be blonde and also have blue eyes. I mean, it's not totally unthinkable, but who knows? Who knows? I certainly don't. The fourth captain's a weirdo. Didn't get too much out of him, really. Like, really didn't get much information. We got more information out of Evil Iris than we did out of the fourth captain, Hog, which is what we were there for. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Anyway, I've sort of ran out of things to talk about. It was an eventful episode, but all the events were pretty... It was like, a lot of... The fighting was good. I should definitely say that. The fighting was solid. Fire Force has always had good fighting. I can't think of a single, bad fighting scene. So, that's good. Hopefully, they keep it up. Keep up this positive momentum they got going, because I'm enjoying it, and it's good. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. Thank you very much. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye, guys.